Master Oogway, the creator of Kung Fu, the one who taught the first masters, who taught the masters after them until the chain reached the present. I have heard your name spoken by those who study the old ways, whispered with the kind of reverence usually reserved for gods or the dead. I am honored to meet you, though I must admit, when I imagined a legend, I did not imagine a turtle. My students are turtles. They leave pizza on my meditation mat and argue about which Earth hero would win in a fight. You will forgive me if the image clashes somewhat.
Yet here we are. Two creatures that most humans would chase with brooms, sitting in a space between worlds to discuss the shaping of warriors. The universe has a sense of humor, Master Splinter. I have lived long enough to learn that laughing along is easier than demanding dignity. Tell me of your students, 4 turtles, I am told, named after Renaissance artists, trained in the sewers beneath a city of millions who do not know they exist. This is unconventional. Unconventional interests me.
I found them as infants in the sewage, mutated by the same ooze that transformed me from a rat into whatever I am now. I had no temple, no ancient scrolls, no lineage except fragmented memories of watching my master Hamato Yoshi train before his murder. The Shredder killed him over a woman and a grudge, and I was left with techniques I had observed through the bars of a cage. I taught my sons what I remembered, because no one else existed who could teach them, because they needed to survive in a world that would dissect them for science if it discovered they were real.
Yes, this is where many teachers begin. The immediate threat. The pressing need to keep students alive long enough for the teaching to matter. I understand this. When I created Kung Fu, I was not thinking of philosophy or personal growth. I was thinking of defense, of protecting the Valley of Peace from those who would destroy it. But survival is a foundation, Master Splinter, not a destination. What did you teach them beyond how to not die? What did you give them that fighting alone could never provide? This is where teaching becomes art rather than instruction.
Brotherhood. My sons are different from each other in ways that should make them enemies. Leonardo leads but is crippled by doubt when his decisions fail. Donatello thinks 3 moves ahead but freezes when the situation requires instinct over calculation. Michelangelo feels everything deeply but cannot hold focus long enough to finish what he starts. And Raphael burns with anger, with impatience, with the unshakable certainty that he knows better than anyone trying to teach him anything. I could not make them the same, so I made them necessary to each other. Each brother's weakness is covered by another brother's strength. This bond is worth more than any technique I know.
Raphael, the angry one, he interests me. I had a student once who burned the same way, Tai Lang, a snow leopard I found as an infant, abandoned at the palace gates. I raised him as a son, trained him with more care and attention than any student before or since. He was extraordinary, Splinter, powerful beyond anything I had seen, brilliant, dedicated, absolutely certain that his excellence entitled him to what I could not give him. The Dragon Scroll, the recognition that he was the dragon warrior destined to save the valley. When I refused him, he tried to take it by force. He destroyed half the Valley of Peace, killed dozens of innocent people. I stopped him myself, struck his nerve points, and sent him to prison for 20 years.
You stopped him, but you did not kill him. Why? If he killed dozens, if he destroyed the valley you built your life protecting, why did you leave him breathing? Mercy seems unlike a warrior who created an entire martial art. Unless the mercy was something else, unless killing what you raised was a line even you could not cross.
I told myself it was mercy, that perhaps 20 years in Choragom prison would cool his fire. That time and isolation might teach what my training could not. But the truth is simpler and uglier. I could not destroy what I had created. Tai Lung was my greatest student, my proof that Kung Fu could transform anyone into something magnificent. Killing him would have meant admitting that my life's work had produced a monster.
Raphael has never gone that far, but I have seen the potential. There is a moment in his fighting when technique dissolves into something older. Something that does not care about honor or restraint or the safety of whoever stands in front of him. I have tried punishment, isolation, extra training until his muscles screamed, conversations that lasted until dawn while his brothers slept. Nothing reaches the center of it. He controls the anger only until the anger decides it will no longer be controlled. What did you miss with Tai Lung? Oogway?
I saw them clearly from the beginning. The hunger for recognition that no amount of praise could satisfy. The belief that skill created entitlement. The inability to accept that some things cannot be earned through excellence alone. I saw all of this and trained him anyway, because his potential was extraordinary. Because refusing to develop such talent seemed like waste, because I believed that mastery of Kung Fu would eventually create mastery of self. I was wrong. The training fed the hunger instead of replacing it. Every technique he perfected convinced him further that he deserved what he wanted. I made him more dangerous by making him more capable.
Then, what is the answer? Do we refuse to train the dangerous ones? Leave their power unformed so it cannot be turned into a weapon against everything we built? Raphael's anger makes him the strongest fighter among my sons. Leonardo is more skilled. Donatello is smarter. Michelangelo is faster. But Raphael hits harder because the anger adds something technique cannot replicate. Without training, that raw power would have destroyed him or someone else years ago. With training, he at least has rules he knows he is breaking when he breaks them. Structure, even resented structure, is better than nothing.
There is no answer that works for all students. This is the cruelty of teaching that no scroll ever explains. Each soul requires different medicine, and the teacher must diagnose correctly or cause harm while trying to heal. Po, the panda who eventually defeated Tai Lung, needed to believe in himself. He arrived at the Jade Palace with no confidence, no training, no reason to think he could become anything. I gave him that belief. Tai Lung needed humility he would never accept. I gave him the same training and produced a hero in one case, a monster in the other. The art of teaching is not the art of technique. It is the art of seeing what the student actually needs, not what we wish to give them.
When the student becomes stronger than the master, what remains for the master to do? Do we step aside? Do we pretend we still have something valuable to offer when the evidence says otherwise? I have watched Leonardo grow beyond what I can teach him in combat. His swordsmanship exceeds mine now. His tactical mind sees combinations I would never find on my own. I trained him to be better than me, and he became it. I am proud and I am obsolete. These feelings do not sit comfortably in the same chest.
The student who defeats his master in combat still needs guidance in the battles that do not involve fists or swords. Po could destroy me in a fight now if we both still lived. His chi manipulation exceeds anything I achieved in 1,000 years. But he still needs to learn patience. Still needs to learn when fighting is the wrong answer. Still needs someone to remind him that power without purpose is violence waiting for an excuse. Your Leonardo may exceed your sword, Splinter. He will not exceed your years of watching him fail and helping him stand again.
My master Yoshi was murdered before he could finish teaching me. Orokusaki killed him over a woman they both loved, and a grudge neither could release. Yoshi was not just my master, he was my owner. I was a pet rat who learned his techniques by watching through the bars of a cage, mimicking his movements when he left for the day. I do not know what he would have taught me next, what philosophy he was saving until he judged me ready, what warnings he might have given about the students I would someday train. I have been improvising for 20 years, Oogway, filling gaps with guesses, hoping I am not ruining my sons while trying to save them.
Every teacher improvises. This is the secret no lineage admits. The scrolls provide techniques. Experience provides patterns. But the moment a living student stands before you, everything you planned becomes suggestion at best. My own master was a tortoise named Kang, who lived 400 years before me. He taught me the foundations of Qi and the patience to use it wisely. The rest I invented through necessity, through failure, through desperate experimentation. When the valley faced threats his teachings had not prepared me for. Your improvisation has kept 4 sons alive.
I have prepared my sons for enemies they can fight. The Foot Clan, the Shredder, the Krang and their alien technology. Threats that can be studied, engaged, defeated with skill and teamwork, and the techniques I have drilled into them since they could hold weapons. But what happens when the threat cannot be defeated? When I am gone, and they face something larger than 4 turtles with swords and nunchucks and a lifetime of training? I teach them survival because survival is practical. You speak of purpose and wisdom, but purpose does not stop bullets. Wisdom does not defeat armies. What do we give students facing threats we know they cannot survive?
I died before Tai Lung escaped from prison, dissolved into peach blossoms, and left Shifu to face the monster I had helped create decades earlier. This was not abandonment. My time had ended. The universe made clear that my role was finished, and continuing would only delay what needed to happen without me. But I have wondered since whether my peaceful acceptance was wisdom or exhaustion, whether the old master floating away gracefully was actually the tired master refusing to stay and clean up his own mistakes. You ask how to prepare students for threats they cannot survive. I ask whether we truly prepare them at all, or simply trust that we gave enough and let go.
You make it sound simple, but you left Shifu with a lifetime of experience. He had trained the Furious Five. He had decades of mastery, and the entire Jade Palace supporting him. My sons are teenagers. They argue about pizza toppings and which comic book hero would win in a fight. They make crude jokes and leave weapons scattered across the lair where anyone could trip on them. Leonardo leads but still looks to me when decisions become hard. Raphael rages but still needs me to talk him down before he does something irreversible. I do not trust that they are ready because I have watched them, and they are not ready. They are skilled, and they are brilliant, and they are still children.
You do not release them, Splinter. You are released from them. This is the final lesson of teaching, and no master chooses when to learn it. Shifu was not ready when I dissolved. He was terrified. He failed repeatedly before he found the path forward. Po was not ready when he faced Tai Lung. He was a clumsy panda who had trained for 3 days. He won anyway, through methods I never taught, because they did not exist until he invented them in desperation. Your sons will face their final test without you beside them. They will be afraid. They will doubt every lesson you ever gave, and then they will remember not your techniques, but your voice, your patience when they fell, your belief when they could not believe in themselves. That is what survives the master, not the scroll.